going to go through the settings with you guys on the G900 Pro. This is the original G900 and this is the G900 Pro. You're looking at the rear view right now. Okay, that's how you pull up the settings. This is also voice activated, which is super handy, and it works excellent. Show front camera, show rear camera, turn on Wi-Fi, turn off Wi-Fi. It works excellent as long as you say the correct call signs. If you say that just a little bit off, you have to get used to saying those words, and it'll work every time. It's actually really handy. Okay, so here you got resolution. Always run the highest resolution. Who doesn't want to run the highest resolution? Display modes. You can swipe through to get the display modes, and of course, most of you know you can adjust the image too if you want. The front camera on this is way better than a G900. It's like looking at a GoPro. It's so real life. I'm super impressed with it. I really am. Go back to the rear camera. Let's see here. So sound recording, you want to make sure. I had this off right now because I was driving earlier, but you want to make sure you have this turned on, because if you get pulled over by the police, it's good to have a witness. At least you can hear words. Trust me on that. So loop recording, I always set mine to 3 minutes. I don't know why you'd want 1 minute. 3 minutes is just what I've always used. G sensor, I had this set up on medium. I don't even know what the fatigue reminder is. Of course, Wi-Fi, if you're using the app, I always just say Wi-Fi on, and it chooses whatever frequency. But you can choose whether, if you have an older cell phone, you probably need to choose 2.4. Volume setting, I always leave mine on low. Click tone, of course you want that on. Screensaver, normally I keep mine off, or I'm sorry, normally I keep mine on 10 seconds. It's only off right now because I'm filming it. Screen brightness, I always keep that wide open. Unless it's nighttime, then I'll turn that down. Let's see, I never mess with exposure. Voice control, you done seen that work. Mirror flip, that's like, just flipping your image around. Rear camera, depending on how you mount your rear camera, if you mount it upside down, you'll want to go in here and you'll want to flip that. Reversing lines, of course I don't use those. Parking mode, I have mine set up on G trigger recording. That way, if someone was to hit me, or throw something at my vehicle or whatever, anything that could cause a shake, it'll start recording. That way, it's not recording all the time. Of course, GPS is going to show all your satellites. The thing has an excellent GPS module. I use it all the time. I don't have my speedometer calibrated for my larger tires, so like when I'm driving down the interstate and I set cruise control, I just look at the miles per hour. It comes in so handy. That way I know I'm not going faster than what I actually am. Let's see here. Screensaver, exposure, where's that at? GPS. Okay, so here you got GPS display. Of course, you want that. You always want your date stamp. You want that because you're in an accident or something, and it keeps track of what day the recording is and whatnot, time. GPS stamp. This is mile per hour, kilometers. Clock setting. A lot of this is just common sense stuff. Time format. Like I said, it's just whatever you like. Time zone. Now, I'm in Indiana, so of course I want mine on Eastern Standard Time, New York. I don't know why it says GMT, but you'll figure that out. But just make sure that if you're in daylight savings time, you need to have that turned on. Because when I first got this, I didn't have that turned on, and I don't know why I couldn't figure it out, but it was an hour behind. And then I realized I didn't have daylight savings time turned on. So make sure you turn that on if you're in that area. And this right here, you always want to have this on 265. You're going to have better quality video if you use 0.265. It's going to take up a little bit more space, but you're going to have better quality video if that's what you're going for. Now, if you don't care about the quality video, then of course turn that down to 2.64. And of course, this is a lot of 4K footage. It takes up a lot of data, so you need to wipe and refresh the SD card from time to time. It'll just keep the thing running smoothly. If you don't ever format your SD card, you might get times where you miss recording. So make sure you kind of format it every now and then. I think that's pretty much about it. Okay, now like normally how I drive is I find this kind of distracting. Everyone's different. But me personally, I find this a little distracting with this video going when I'm trying to drive. Normally how I drive is I'll Let me go back into the settings. Let me turn the screensaver on. 10 seconds. All right, just started my vehicle up. I pulled out of the parking space, you know, got my camera on, put it in drive, and 10 seconds later, the screen's gonna go into screensaver mode. All right, there you go. Now that's how I roll. I think this is perfect. You still access the rearview mirror. You can still see everything behind you just like a regular mirror, except for you have your GPS data, your time, and of course the thing's always recording. And then say if this is a little bit too distracting to you, or it's super late at night and you just don't want to go up there and go through the settings while you're driving on the interstate. Well, just reach under it and touch it, and then dude, it's just like a rearview mirror. And I ride like this all the time at nighttime. It's just like I said, it's just like a rearview mirror. All right, I think that's about it. I'm gonna get one more recording for you guys on the interstate. You see how it's getting dark out here, so you guys can get an idea on the rear cameras of how much different they are. But I will go through it right here too. Like I said, this camera up here, this Sony sensor is way better than whatever's in here. This right here, don't get me wrong, this is a nice camera. I loved it until I got the Pro. The Pro, like if you see where I'm sitting right now, it looks like the same exact image that my human eyes are seeing, if that makes sense, the naked eye. It's really good. They did a great job on it. Okay, let me go ahead and turn this back off screensaver. Or turn it on, sorry. Yeah, turn the screensaver off. And if I'm still recording, I'm just gonna go ahead and jump on the interstate and show you guys the difference with these rear cameras. Okay, hopefully my cell phone like filled full of data or card space. Oh shit, got the locker on. Hey, will a Jeep do that? Shit, let me give it a second to go off. There we go. Oh, and also I got the OEM mirror mount, and oh my gosh, dude, if you get this thing and you like it, you have to get the OEM mirror mount. You can totally put the visor all the way. I hope you can see that in the video. You can totally put the visor all the way down, and it just makes it super clean. It takes away a little bit of the vibration. It's super easy to install. I think it was 20 bucks on Amazon. Pretty sure that's what I paid for it. You can already tell that the Pro has a brighter image with the rear camera. So it's not pitch black out here, but man, these cameras aren't going to perform in pitch. They're not made to perform in pitch black environment. They have to have moonlight or some source of lighting